Hey everyone, I am so glad to have you guys here with us at the Thin Blue Lane RV Life. Uh, Happy New Year. It's 2020, it's January. Uh, no better time to wish you those best wishes for the year coming up. Sorry about this mic being in my face. The last time I did a video, I heard it was too quiet. You really have to be up on this thing to get that voice out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really in the way too much. I've tried different angles. You should see the blooper reels. I mean, I've it's just ridiculous. What's going on in this video? We are going to talk about our first month. Yesterday, December 19th, was my retirement date. January 19th, 2020, 1 month anniversary of being retired. Do I like it? Yes. Yes, I do. Moving forward, I have lots of ideas. My ideas are no good if y'all don't want to watch them. I've made some mistakes in previous videos. My sister even called and said, the last video we did some drone footage and we followed ourselves around the park. We talked about the amenities, but she didn't make it past the first 30 seconds because it was just me flying the drone up in a circle around my head. That was just some practice drone footage, and I'm learning a lot. I probably should have put that practice drone footage at the end and put something more capturing, capturing, capturing. Put some more something interesting at the beginning to hold your attention. The average watcher on my YouTube page on that one watched for about 19 to 30 seconds. They missed a lot of good stuff in the latter part of that episode by only watching the first few seconds. I understand the drone footage at the beginning is a little slow and pedantic, but in the future, I'll make changes to keep your attention a little bit longer. YouTube algorithm, in order to get YouTube to promote our videos and share them out there, um, your likes, your subscribe, that really does help our channel if we're trying to get out there and get monetized. YouTube looks at primarily, other than your search engine keywords and stuff like that, it looks at watch time. And if I make a 40-minute video and somebody watches for 19 seconds, it doesn't hurt my feelings or anything, but it doesn't help the channel, and that's my fault. And I've learned a lot about YouTube from YouTubers. I even met some really incredible YouTubers yesterday, as a matter of fact, live. Spoke with them. They gave me some advice. That's why the name of the channel has changed from Thin Blue Lane, which doesn't really say what we do, to Thin Blue Lane RV Life. I like it. It fits perfectly into the descriptor box. It doesn't go off the screen, even on cell phones. It doesn't scroll off the screen. What I want is what you want. I want you to tell me in the comments down below. And by the way, we answer every single comment that you make. If someone makes a comment on my video or a video that I made, I will respond. What I want from you is to tell me what you like. Now, I have had a couple people tell me what they like and what they didn't like. One of my friends said that we would prefer that you show more of you and more of your wife and your dogs and stuff like that, and a lot less of all this drone flying around. My God, I love my Mavic Mini drone. I don't know where to put this thing yet. I'm working on that too. This is also new. This is a Neewer, Neewer, NW700 microphone. I've used it in a video prior, even though this laptop has a really good camera and has a really good microphone. I bought this thing. I might as well use it. And people were saying they couldn't hear me in a previous video. So here this thing is in my face. And you can see what happens if I even move it just a little bit. You lose it. It's very sensitive to where I place it. So hopefully I'll edit that out if it made a lot of noise while I was moving it around. I apologize for that. Mistakes, too much B-roll, too much scenery. Last video had a lot of viewers that dropped off because of the drone footage at the beginning. I have some topics that we're going to cover. I got a list right here. Parks we're going to be going to, amenities in those parks, the scenery in those parks, our journey to those parks, and my wife is a fantastic cook. She's going to be making some videos, if y'all want to see them, about how she cooks in an RV. Some people say it can't be done, but they're wrong. She cooks amazing meals. You've seen gut of mine. It stands witness. What has surprised us? What has surprised us the most on this trip so far in the first month? The budget. I told y'all at the very beginning because I was trying to do a budget for people that are trying to get out there. I did a budget that tried to get us in around $2,000 or less a month using Thousand Trails. We wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. The budget would work um, to an extent, but a lot of people were telling me, "Gosh, you guys just try to live on 2,000 a month. Maybe you shouldn't be out there or something like that." No, dude. Reality, I'm gonna do a really uh, cool thing. I learned how to do screen capture and all this other stuff. I'm gonna show you guys uh, our budget, but I'll wait till the end of the month to do that. So stay tuned for the end of the month on that one because you're gonna love that. I've got a pretty good budget video coming up. Um, People that like those numbers like I do, I really enjoy those numbers. But it wasn't realistic to do 2,000 a month. We've been closer to 3,000 a month, and that's 1,000 more than my budget. No matter what your budget is, if you guys don't have at least 5 grand, $5,000 in emergency fund money, at least, you might not want to be out here. This is expensive. It is not cheap, even with a free membership to Thousand Trails. Yeah, we paid for our membership. I may go over Thousand Trails in detail because some of y'all have a lot of questions about that. If you want to see that video, put comments down there. I really love to see comments from you guys. I want you to interact with us. So ask us questions so we can respond to them. That's a new video. I like to get a video out to you at least every Monday. I call this one Armchair Monday. What do you think? Armchair Monday. Let's see what else is on this list right here. Another thing that surprised us in the Thousand Trails here, they don't accept mail. I guess they want you to have a P.O. box and go get your mail down there. I don't blame them. I mean, there's what hundreds of spaces in here. I wouldn't want to deliver all the mail. Why not let the mail truck in and deliver to each spot? I mean, how many people actually get mail? That's another thing. This park that we're in, Lake Conroe, Texas, has a bunch of people that live here. That's surprised us. There are annual spaces. I never heard uh, of annual spaces. My mother used to sell Thousand Trails memberships back in the 80s. And I was like, wow, how can you sell a membership one time and then people stay in those parks for the rest of their life if they want to? How do you make money that way? Because when you go to the park, you don't have to pay. We can go. We've been in this one for almost 20 days. We have to leave on Wednesday. We're going to go over to San Antonio and stay over there for 21 days. Then we're going to go somewhere down south for a couple weeks because it's a Thousand Trails package, and you can only stay in those trails packages for 14 days. And then we're going to come right back here to Conroe. We love Conroe. It's also close to my wife's family, which is where she is right now. In case you were wondering where Fancy Nancy is, she is currently at her mom's house, and I think she's doing some laundry, saving that money, right? She's doing some laundry, and she's visiting with relatives. We've spent a lot of time while we were here at their houses. In fact, last night I had dinner with one of her brothers and his family. That was a lot of fun. Budget surprised us. We can't really do 2,000 a month. It's not really practical. Charges to receive packages. It's $5 a package to get a package. People live here was another one. Another thing that surprised us here is we cannot leave the park overnight without permission. I can understand this. They don't want you dropping off your RV, using it as storage for 21 days while you go off and do something else. I mean, what if it's broken into? What if keep in mind, Thousand Trails is a gated community with guards at the gate. So broken into, maybe, maybe not. What if there's a fire, water leak, something like that? I do understand why they would not want you to leave your rig here unattended. This is not a storage facility, and I don't blame them for that one. But it is kind of shocking that we cannot leave. Another thing that surprised us, Thousand Trails. We love Thousand Trails. Y'all know that. The reservation system kind of bites. You can get on their site. For instance, I picked up Conroe. It was our first stop when we left Dallas. Made a reservation for Conroe for 21 days. At the end of the 21 days, we moved and went to a pay park because it was closer, even closer than this one to her mom. We paid to park there for a week. We didn't have to. There are other thousand trails here we could have gone to. And then we came back here for 21 days. So now that we're here, I made a reservation for 21 days in San Antonio and then a reservation down South Texas for 14 days. Then we're coming back to Conroe for 14 days. The goal is to try to get into Florida. And Florida, a thousand trails, as you can imagine, is busy this time of year. I knew that coming into the thing. I wasn't surprised. We just got our membership a month ago. So, in fact, we just got our membership cards in this week. But think about this, though, Florida. So, we're trying to get into Florida. So, you set a date 21 days from now, and you're trying to get into Florida. It says not available, booked. Try again. So what do you got to do? Move a date up a day and try it again and then wait and see if it's accepted or not. Then move it up a day and wait. Move it up a day and wait. It doesn't make sense for us. So what I do to maximize the efficiency of this situation is I look at the 21-day block that I need because I don't like staying in parks I have to pay for. Uh, a lot of YouTubers don't mind it. A lot of them have thousand trails and they just don't like staying in those sometimes. But I, I like my money. I paid money for this park. We got it used from Campground Membership Outlet. Our membership cost $3,500, and if we had paid for it new, it would have been considerably more than that, probably another 10,000 on top of that. So what we do is we try to find a park that is available in Texas. It has 21 days, and there's plenty here. There's four up by Dallas. There's three down here, and then we've got a bunch of trails packages all around. So what we did is we found a park where we could stay for 21 days until something opens in Florida. Then what we do is take that date, the 22nd day, or actually that 21st day, because we stayed that night, and the next morning we're going to need a place to stay that night of that morning. So we go down to Florida. We click on the Thousand Trails, see what's available down there, and boom, there's something there. You take it. If there's nothing there, then you stake around Texas for a while. There's nothing wrong with Texas. We're from Texas. You can tell by my voice we're from Texas now. I don't know how you do things where you come from, but we in Texas now. Since I don't want to go day and see if it works, day, see if it works, day, see if it works, I do day, see if it works here in Texas. And usually it does. I haven't any problem in Texas. And as we get into April, it starts opening up down there because the season's over. We got it. We've got a Orlando and we got another one down there, and we're going to kind of wait to get into the Keys. Those are really booked. We're going to see what it takes to get into the Keys. We may or may not get into the Keys. Again, we knew this when we bought our membership. This is not about pick a place and then get a campground near that place. We go where Thousand Trails is. That's part of the adventure. It's backwards from the way I see a lot of people doing it. A lot of people sit down and make a list of all the things they want to go see, and then they try to find a campground near there, and that's great. Now, I'm not knocking how other people do things. Everybody's got their own different way of doing everything, and we have our way of doing ours. It doesn't make one better than the other or worse than the other. Don't get me wrong. Uh, our budget's pretty tight because I want my money to last. I retired young. I'm only 55. And the pension money that we get every money, that's got to be stretched out till I die. So most bang for the buck I can get is quintessential. I love that word, quintessential. How we plan where we're going and how we're going to get there and how long it's going to take is something we do with Trip Wizard. I'm going to do a video on that one next, so stay tuned. Please like and share. Sharing is important. Share the video to your friends so they'll watch it too. Some people have never heard of us. We'd like to get out there and get watched, all that good stuff. Once we get monetized, we'll be able to bring you better quality, go more places, do more things, have more fun. Uh, let's do it. What you think? Let's do it.